Hi, this is Karen Robertson with DigitalKidsAuthor.com. I'm the author of 2 interactive book apps for the iPad and 5 ebooks about creating and marketing book apps. Today we're going to talk about why publish your book as an app. On the 30th of April, I emailed my readers and asked them if we could have lunch together, what are the top 2 things you'd want to know about publishing your book as an app? I got hundreds of responses, but one of my favorites was from Scott Lorenz, and he asked the obvious. He said, Karen, authors have one question that must be answered first. Why do I need a book app? Answer that and the rest is easy. But first I thought I'd touch on what a book app is. Basically, a book app is a digital interactive book that uses devices like narration, animation, and even nonlinear storytelling to deliver a multi-sensory reading experience. Book apps are downloaded via an app store like Apple's iTunes App Store or Android app stores, and they're more interactive than the simpler ebook format, which would essentially just be a digital version of a storybook with turning pages and maybe some narration and light animation. If you want to see more about book apps in action, there's a short video at digitalkidsauthor.com/reading-fun. So let's look at 5 reasons to publish your book as a book app. First, it's a legitimate publishing option. So if one of your goals is to have your story read by an audience, then digital publishing and the book app format is a way you can go. Second, you're guaranteed distribution. Anyone who's worked with a traditional publisher or who has self-published a book knows that it's one thing to publish a book and quite another thing to get it distributed. And even if you have a distribution deal, it doesn't mean that you're guaranteed that spot in a bookstore for a long time. But with an app, once your app is approved, then you've got guaranteed distribution through the App Store. Another reason to publish your book as an app is you can reach a global audience easily. And this is really important because one of the most powerful marketing tools we have is social media, and social media reaches a global audience. So if you're reaching and marketing to a global audience, isn't it nice to be able to fulfill your orders to a global audience? When I had Treasure Kai as a printed book, I really only sold it in 2 countries, Australia and America, even though there was interest worldwide. But now that Treasure Kai is an app, we've sold in nearly 100 countries. And it just gives me the freedom to market globally, knowing I can deliver anywhere. The next thing is that you've got immediate and unlimited sales potential. And this is another exciting thing. There are no limitations with inventory. If someone buys an app, they can download your book app immediately. Also, if you do some promotions and you have 100,000 people who want to download your app, they can do it immediately. There's no printing books or trying to manage inventory. Finally, you have real creative freedom. If you don't want to create a 32-page picture book, you don't have to. Or you can do anything your imagination desires. One of the things I'm passionate about is nonlinear storytelling because my kids are dyslexic. So I really like to bring lots of senses and experiences and choices into the stories that I tell. So why wouldn't you publish your book as an app? There are 2 really good reasons. First of all, if you're not committed to quality, please don't publish your book as an app. In fact, please don't publish your book at all. And the second thing is if you don't want to market your work, then I would recommend that you don't publish as an app. Unless, of course, you just want it published and you don't care about selling it. But for most of us, we know that sales means an audience is reading your book. Marketing is absolutely essential, and apps are not a license to print money. So you need to know going in that marketing is going to be critical if you want to find an audience for your book app. So remember my email about having lunch and inviting people to tell me their most burning questions? There were 3 really clear winners, and these are the questions that I'll be answering in future posts. The most common question was, if you have no technical skills, how in the world can you create an app? The second most popular question was, it just seems like so much work, and there's so many bits and pieces and so many things to do, how do I know what to do when? And the third one was, how much does it cost to make an app, and how much money can I make? And this is a really important question, so I'll be addressing that one as well. So thanks for listening. Again, this is Karen Robertson. If you want to make sure you get answers to those questions, go to digitalkidsauthor.com/book-app-curious and opt in, and you'll be the first to receive the next blog post where I'm answering those frequently asked questions. And also to see that video I talked about book apps, you can see that at digitalkidsauthor.com/reading fun.